Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a couple of fun projects to share with you using products from the latest Hugs release by Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to start with this new, what is it called? Layered Love Letters stencil set. You get 4 stencils in the set and you can layer up the love letters. So I have a big old panel of hammer mill cardstock I put in my full-size Misty. And then I just like bumping the stencil down into the bottom right corner. I do use a little bit of masking tape just to hold it steady. But I've been loving using the Misty for my stenciling lately. I just bump everything down in the bottom right corner, especially when there's a set and you want to make sure you get your stencils lined up. Okay, so this layered love letters stencil set has a bunch of different images in it. There's like a hot air balloon, bunch of different letters and hearts and whatnot. And I'm going to use a bunch of different colors. I'm using Pawsitively saturated inks. So for this first layer, I do Carnation, and I'm using one of the Simon Says Stamp blender brushes, which, by the way, I've noticed they're slightly larger than the average blender brush, so covers a lot of area with minimal effort. But if you need a little detail, I pulled out one of the small Simon Says Stamp blender brushes, and that's great when you want to get in the nooks and crannies or you want to get a little extra gradient detail. And that's what I'm doing here. I stuck with the same carnation color, but I use the small blender brush and just go in at the corner of something and just give it a little extra oomph, a little extra zhuzh. And that's what I call the gradient love. Okay, and I really think that that makes all the difference. Now here's the thing. I did this whole first stencil with Carnation. You don't have to do it. You could do each image in different color, but I just want to show you a lot of different ways you can do it. Okay, so the first stencil was Carnation. Second stencil I laid down. I don't believe the stencils are numbered, so I just kind of went with the gut. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're using Melon, which is a very light orange ink. Again, the larger Simon Says Stamp blender brush, and I'm giving it a very light coverage. Just a light melon wash with the second stencil. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is bring in a little two-tone. We're going to spice her up. So another variation you can do, if you don't want to do everything different colors, you can do it two-tone. Okay, so after the light wash of melon, I do bring in the small blender brush and I give it that little bit of gradient love. And I love that I can just kind of get on the side, just get a little corner action with that extra melon oomph. Just bump up the corner vibrancy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out Peony, which is a really vibrant kind of hot pink. And I took the small pink brush and I'm doing, so some of the little, on the second stencil, those little hearts, I didn't blend those with melon. I'm just going to blend those with Peony because I knew I wanted some hot pink hearts. Now the other areas where I had already blended with melon, I'm just going to go over it just a little bit with that Peony, just a little dab. And so it kind of gives a little two-tone, like a little melon, but also a little Peony. But most of the hearts, you can see, I just kept those straight Peony. Are you following me? Am I making any sense at all? Because listen, hanging on by a thread here, end of December. You want to know what really brings in the holiday spirit? You want to know what really says Merry Christmas to you, Laura? Is when your fridge just decides to just bite the dust. Just kick the can. Yeah, so our fridge died last night, actually. So today I spent the day taking out all the stuff, and I actually put it in the garage. Because luckily it's cold enough here in Illinois. It's like, well, it's dropping down to 0 tonight, but right now it's about 25. So I figure I'm just going to have to use the garage to keep things cold for now. And I've been looking online, looking at fridges. We went to a couple of stores, but here's the thing about me. I don't really make decisions very fast. By the way, on this stencil, I did a mixture of lilac, and now I'm going in with cadet. So it's a little two-tone purple-blue action, a little unexpected for the Valentines, but I thought, hey, live your life. So there's stencil 3. There's one more stencil with just a little more detail, and this time I pulled out Blush, which is a great cheery red, or cherry. It's cheery and it's cherry. You get both. Okay, back to the fridge. I don't know what to get. We had our old fridge for over 20 years. And now the styles have changed. You know what I'm saying? By the way, okay, so this layered love letters kind of coordinates with the You're My Gal stamp set. Some of the images are really similar, and I was hoping that maybe I could use a coordinating die. And surprisingly, you can for the one image, and I'll show you later. I'm going to use a coordinating die from the You're My Gal stamp set and die cut one of the images that I blended on the love letter. So I'm creating 2 cards out of that one blended panel. See, now this die came from the You're My Gal, and it fit like it was meant to be on that image that was blended. I feel like that was a match made in heaven. Okay, so this one panel, I just kind of cropped it and made it a fun little background. I'm going to stamp this Hey Girl big and bold from the You're My Gal stamp set. I'm stamping it with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And then I'm going to use the coordinating die to cut it out, take it off camera. I'm going to pop it up right in the center. And then for a little blingity bling embellishment, I use the new Hugs Sequin Mix. The mixture of pink and purple and iridescent, and it just paired perfectly with the whole color scheme. By the way, the card base is fog, and I'm also going to do a fog panel on this card as well. So I have a white card base, a fog panel, my little die cut heart envelope, and a little scripty Love You, which is also from that You're My Gal stamp set. Okay, back to the fridge. My kids all want to get the one with the dispenser, the water and the ice. We've never had that before. They cost extra. Do we want to do it? Oh my gosh. So many decisions to make with a fridge. Do I want the French door? Do I want a drawer for the freezer? Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Okay, popped up the envelope. Add a few more of these little hug sequins, and there you have. This one's very simple, but I really, really love it. You got 2 cards using the layered love letter stencil set and the Hey Girl Stampin' Dies. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sending you a bunch of peony hot pink hearts today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.